What is going y'all? John here with another New York Mets video on the Big Blue in the Bronx channel. Guys, we want more of this content. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on those post notifications so we put out more content for y'all. Also, guys, we got plenty more videos coming our way, but we also are going to be returning with live streams next week. We got the boys in the Big Apple coming back Monday. We got some Knicks live streams coming as we're in the middle of winter. But guys, we also got the Senior Bowl coverage coming at the end of the month and the beginning of February for y'all. So have a lot to get into, but in this video, right, we are definitely going to talk about one of the Mets and who they've been interested in. Has been a very quiet week, but Jorge Soler, they were interested in a few days ago. Now, there's been reports of other teams that want him besides the New York Mets. I believe Boston was at one point, but I also read that they were out of the running today. So maybe that narrows down the list for Jorge Soler, and maybe that moves the ball for either the Mets or Jorge Soler. But let's take a look and see if it is a good idea for the New York Mets to go get him. Now, first off, you look at this lineup, right? What is the one thing that I have repeatedly said that the New York Mets could use? They need another bat to protect Pete Alonso because Pete Alonso is easily their best hitter in the lineup. Now, ahead of him, obviously, you got Brandon Nimmo, Jeff McNeil, and Francisco Lindor. Your 1, 2, and 3 hitters up at the top. Behind Pete Alonso, the current options are you got Starling Marte. Now, the issue with him is injuries, right? He's had a good winter camp so far, but again, can't trust him. DJ Stewart has never really been a consistent player, had a hot stretch last year. Francisco Alvarez in his second year, it's going to be a lot to ask for him, but he's a guy that could potentially fill that role. Not saying he can't, but again, it's going to be his second full season. Brett Beatty, we still got to figure out what he is, right? So you can't trust him in the role. And Harrison Bader, kind of the same thing as the Starling Marte, although not good offensively, but the injuries are there, guys. So it is a lot to ask out of the guys that we currently have. And also, before we get into that, we have to look at Jorge Soler and the current market that everyone is in right now, right? Because it has been a slow free agency class, and especially on the hitter side, right? Now, obviously, you had Shohei Ohtani sign that mega contract with the Dodgers, right? But other than that, I mean, you had Jaime Candelario signed, you had Lourdes Gurriel signed, Teoscar Hernandez signed, but no one's getting like huge contracts, right? Cody Bellinger's still available, Matt Chapman's still available, JD Martinez is still available. I made a video about him, I believe it was about 2 weeks ago, actually. So that is something you guys can take a look at. But there's plenty of guys, Whit Merrifield's still available, right? Justin Turner is another guy. So there's still plenty of guys out there that the New York Mets could do if they wanted to upgrade, right? But I really do like the idea of a Jorge Soler. And there's a couple reasons why I do like him. And, I talked about JD Martinez in a video before that. I even have brought up Justin Turner's name as the Mets have been previously linked to him, right? And the reason I don't mind any of those guys is because they be here to do their job, and that is just to be a run knocker and to be a masher on this team, right? Now, Jorge Soler might provide more upside than Justin Turner and JD Martinez just because, Soler is not as old as those guys. Those guys are pushing, mid-30s, upper 30s, right? Soler is not that at all. He's still in the middle of his prime, and he is still, even though he's played for a while now, he's still not a guy that is like a huge veteran. He's only 31, so I believe he's 31. Someone could fact check me on that one. But nevertheless, let's go into the reasons why Jorge Soler would be a perfect fit. So one, he's a right-hander, but last year, guys, 36 homers, right? 36 home runs last season. That's the second highest in his career, actually, because in the 2019 year, his third to last year with the Kansas City Royals, he actually hit 48 bombs in that year. So he's not just a one-off player, right? This guy's got a tremendous amount of power in there, okay? And Kauffman Stadium for the Royals is a pitcher's park. And, down in Miami, that's another pitcher's park there. So you look at that, right? And Jorge Soler is giving you, a 36 and a 48 home run season. Well, he's certainly got the power to for any ballpark to not be able to hold him, right? So 36 homers, tied for 11th last year in all of baseball among that list. He wasn't up in the upper 50s or higher 40s, right? But guys, I think sometimes we forget how hard 30 home runs is to get. So let me put this into perspective. Only 26 guys in the majors last year hit 30 homers. So Jorge Soler is in the top 26 in the home run ball, okay? Oh, remember, I mean, it's not easy to put up 30 home run seasons, all right? Not many guys do it. I feel like, most people don't think that it's such a great achievement, but not many guys do it. 26 is not that many compared to the how many baseball players play every single year. Now, that just isn't the only reason why I like Jorge Soler. Another reason why I like Jorge Soler is because he does really good against the left-handed pitching, right? And you look at that, right? And look at some of the numbers. Last year, guys, out of all left-handed pitch against left-handed pitching, right? You look at the slugging percentage, right? This is better than Mookie Betts, Ryan Mountcastle, William Contreras, Yandy Diaz, a lot of guys that killed lefties, right? Slugging percentage of 688. Jorge Soler led all of baseball. So that is a plus for him there. Against left-handed pitching, only two guys had more homers than him. He was tied for third, actually, with Mookie Betts, and that was actually Francisco Lindor and Kyle Schwarber. But Jorge Soler had 14 homers against left-handed pitching last year. That would be a major boost, right? And Jorge Soler was also top 5 in WRC plus, the advanced analytics stat, wins run created, with a 181 against left-handed pitching, only trailing Yandy Diaz, William Contreras, Mookie Betts, Ryan Mountcastle. Got a bunch of guys that mash left-handed hitting, right? So he is a tremendous bat against lefties, right? That is rule number one. Number two, right? He's got plenty of postseason experience. And, you look at that and say, hey, this Mets lineup, right? Not too many guys have, done tremendously well in the playoffs. They can use another experienced bat in there, right? It's not that they don't have the experience, but they can use another guy to help them in that department. What do I mean? Well, remember, guys, he had plenty of opportunity. He had plenty of time in Chicago, right? When they were a young and up-and-coming team, and he was a prospect that was kind of playing at that time, right? Then, he moves he's a playoff team for 2 years there. Then he didn't really taste it in Kansas City. But remember, he was on that Atlanta team, and he won the MVP World Series, right? Look at his World Series numbers there. He hit 300 in the World Series and hit 3 homers there. So that is also a pretty good, showing of what a player can do, especially when the moment's bright, to help them out. The OPS that series of 1.191. So he absolutely killed it that World Series. And he also had some postseason experience last year with the Marlins. I know he didn't really do much as the Marlins were bounced in 2 games, but nevertheless, Jorge Soler is a playoff bat that has proven that he can get the job done at the brightest light. So there really isn't concern in there. And when you take a look at his, advanced analytics and his percentile rankings, right? Some of the stuff he's really good at, right? His xWOBA is the 93 percentile, right? His expected slugging is in the 94th percentile. His barrel percentage is the 91 percentile, right? So this guy is a real masher. His hard hit percentage is the 84th percentile. His average exit velocity, 81 percentile, right? But I really like that not only does he have the ability to do all those things, get the extra base hits, right? Get on base in terms of that, hit the ball hard, right? Because I know a lot of the nerd analytics like to say that, right? But take a look at this, guys. Despite that, now he does strike out a good amount of the time, and he's in the 33 percentile of that. But 2 things I want to take a look at, right? His walk percentage, right? 83rd percentile at 11.4. That's pretty good for a power guy, for a guy that strikes out, but he does see the ball well. And this is the real one that I really like. His chase percentage, 25.6. That's in the 72nd percentile of all of baseball. So that shows that, hey, he is seeing the ball well, even though sometimes he might take some pitches and strike out here and there. He still is seeing the ball very well, right? And again, let's all remember, Jorge Soler, he started as an outfielder, but he's mainly a DH now, right? He's not going to be, an outfielder. He mainly played as a DH last year in the past 2 seasons for Miami. I understand there might be some injury concerns if, that's what people are mistaken, but he did play 137 games last year. So he played a good majority of baseball last year. It's not like he missed a lot of time. I think he had one injury last year, if I'm not mistaken. He was also an all-star. So this guy is still pretty good, right? Remember, he's not going to be known for his base running, his elite defense, even though he still does have a nice arm. He's not going to be known for all of that. He's going to be known because the Mets need to protect Pete Alonso, okay? That's their main guy in the lineup. They need another bat. And if they don't want the guys, it's either that or let the kids play. It's either we go get the big bat or where the kids can do it, because I don't really trust anyone else in this lineup to get the job done. Now, if they do go the kids route, that's fine. I'm not saying they can't do that, but if they do want to compete, as much as they possible, they really do need that extra bat. I've been saying it for about a year now. Someone needs to protect Pete Alonso because I don't really see another bat that is qualified in that role. So, guys, that's why I believe Jorge Soler should be or would be a perfect fit for the New York Mets, right? And guys, we will have more Mets content for y'all. All right, there will be more football, more baseball content. Remember, we got a whole bunch of stuff. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share out, do all good things. Turn on those post notifications so you guys know when a live stream pops on or there's a live premiere for a video. And guys, take it easy, y'all, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.